Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Bit
Yeah,
cold, but
yeah. It's cold up in Norway.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very nice weather.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. There's been a lot
Yeah.
of snow this year, or
Sorry?
has there been a lot of snow up in Norway this year?
No, not at the coast. I'm at the west coast. So,
Oh, okay, that's right. You guys
but
are
but in yeah, but in
right.
1 hour up in the mountains, it's a lot of snow.
Nice. That's good. That's very
And
good.
and where are you? In London?
I'm based in London.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Good. And do you have a good break? I don't think we've spoken since the holidays.
No, I think I just joined one session.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Late last
Yeah.
year. Yeah, I remember.
So, have there been any success in getting more people joining this, or?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. There's been a couple of people from Ireland. I know she couldn't make it, and then there's somebody who joins regularly from Thailand.
Okay.
Actually, here he is, Patsy. He's just joining now. But yeah, if you have more people from Lyrdal that you'd like to invite, please feel free to forward the invite.
Yeah, sure. I can. Yeah. At the moment, it's mostly me
Yeah.
that are working with Tulip.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but I have one more that will join in later on.
Yeah.
No, for working on Tulip.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get that person, if you want to share their email with me, I can add them to the invite so they can join whenever they can.
Yeah, I'll ask him, and I can do that, of course.
Okay. Great. Thanks. Hey, good morning, Patsy.
Good morning, Gio. Hello, Jose.
Hi.
Okay, so I can go ahead and share my screen. So I just have a couple of things that I wanted to share today. They're quick, but people had asked me, and actually it was in the US office hours. So I wanted to put together something to show how it's done. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you see the release about linking table records by any chance? I think it was in 198 or 199 late last year. But essentially what it does is the ability to create a link between one table and another. So for example, here we have just a table of work orders, and you can see that one of the fields is product. So what this is, and you can see the little link icon here. So it's linking directly to a table that's the label is product. The table is linked product. I've already saved it, so I can't modify it. But you can also set up the relationship that you want. So you can have a one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, or many-to-many. In this case, because it's a product that is going into a work order. So say you have like all your SKUs of all the parts. That's what it's referring to, and you know a SKU can be used in multiple work orders. That's why I did many to one. So if I come in here, you'll see that, and actually let me just open up this table. You'll see, you can see the record, you can see when it's due, and you can see you get a drop down of chair, desk, stool, which matches this this table here. So essentially you have all your IDs, and here you can see, I didn't create this actually, it just links it back. So for example, if I link this one, you'll see that, okay, now this record here, 2021, 1101, here it is linked in the work order. So it creates a relationship between tables. And of course, this is powerful. It's, you know, the way people were doing this before was just simply with the ID of the other record. But this is a lot more powerful because now you can access all the information. You know, yesterday actually in the office hours, we went through, and here, let me show you in the app what this looks like. So here I have just a very simple app with two tables that just taking a second to load. Okay, so say I want to link this table here with the desk. Boom, there we go. Now we see that the desk has the first work order, and then this other one that we just linked, that's linked up. So like I was saying, now that we have this, we can access all the elements within, so here I loaded up the desk record. We can access all the elements in this work order. So I say, okay, in this case, you'll see what this button is doing, but this demo is not fully built out because we did it live in yesterday's office hours, but essentially we're accessing an index in an array where the array is, and here if you pay attention to this, this is table record product, so the product table, the work order column. So this column here, you can see it's an array because it has multiple items within it. And then selecting item 1. If I just change this to 0, say for example, and I go back here, you can see that it changed to this one. So the first item indexed at 0 in the work order field. Yeah, does that make sense? You guys have use cases for which would be useful to use linked table records?
I think so, but this is what is standard in when you operate with tables, I guess. So it's a feature that I was looking for when I started using tables here.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's there now, but I don't have a use case at the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I might can rearrange something.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, this is like oftentimes people do assume that it's because I mean it's a really important feature. So it's we've been working on it for a while, and it's yeah, it's important, and it opens up a lot of use cases. You know, because as well you can use it. Of course, here I was showing from the tables interface, but you can also use it in your triggers. You know, so you can come in here, table records. You'll see that now there's these two new options, so link and unlink. You link and you can just go in here and specify the field, and you know dynamically in your apps link and unlink table records. Yeah, do you guys have other specific questions about this, or?
Yeah, why do you want the opportunity to unlink and link? Can it just always be linked?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Why do you have the opportunity to link a field in a table inside a trigger?
Oh, so for example, if you know, say you build an app for the supervisor that you know they have their list of work orders, or like an app that actually creates the work orders, and you need to link them back to the SKUs. Or say actually, you know what, a better example, I probably should have built the demo on this, but say you have a table where every time there's a defect, an operator records an entry, says, okay, this was working on this work order, this many parts were defective on this work order, and then on the work order you want to link it back to a table in the work order table using the link trigger. You can do that, you know, so you can have a button in your app when they go to report scrap or report a defect or something, and they can just link it back to the original work order.
I might have to test it a bit, but so it's not always linked. You just link it when you need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, you link it when you need it. You know, yeah, there's lots of, I think, interesting use cases where you need to link. You know, oftentimes, like even in, you know, when you're setting up databases, you kind of have like, okay, so you have your table with, I don't know, what's a good example? You have the, okay, okay, so you have two tables, a work order table and shipments table. And there are multiple shipments that go bundled, multiple work orders that are bundled into a shipment. In the shipment table, you can create a link to the work order table. And then when you prepare your shipment, you say, okay, you have all these 5 work orders in the shipment that it's going out with FedEx. You can just create a link, like I said, to the work order table, and then link everything back. And that way you have a record of what went out in the specific shipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually, and I think for you guys specifically, that would be a pretty interesting use case, because if I remember correctly, you guys bundle multiple boxes into a single palette, and this could be a good way of tracking. So you have your palette table that contains all the information of the parts that go into the palette, and you have all your parts, and then as you move parts into the palette, you just link them back.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is that, yeah.
I think I need to study this a bit.
Yeah.
I do some lookups so I think I can use link tables instead of what I do there.
Yeah, what do you mean by lookup? Sorry.
Yeah, that is I only have like random number in a way. It's a GTIN number, if you know that what that is. It's a standard for. Yeah, so by this GTIN number, I can find the item number. So we have a link between the item number and the GTIN number.
Oh, okay. And is it a one-to-one relationship?
Yes. So the GTIN number is what we have access to on the label.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I want to find the item number. So because that item number is on the picking list.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a really good example. And if it's one-to-one, it's really easy to set up. And
so
that's
I have a table for GTIN and the item number. And I had to use I think I put the GTIN number in the ID field of the table, so I could look it up, the item number, in that way.
So
but I think.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, please.
No, please go ahead. I was just gonna.
Yeah, now I think I was finished, but that is one case, and I also do that for some dangerous goods text that I need to add to the items that it's in that category. I also do something there too. So I have several tables that I pull information from.
Yeah, I mean, those all sound like really good use cases for this. Actually, it's. Yeah, it's. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It takes a little while to start to get used to it, but then once you start thinking about kind of how all the information that you store in tables is actually related to one another, you start to see a lot of use cases that come up. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I need to dive into it and have a study.
Yeah, exactly. We have a support article on it, and yeah, just take some time, and I can link it here. Yeah, I think it's right. Just take some time, build something. A couple of those use cases you mentioned seem good, so yeah. Awesome. Patrick, have you had the chance to start playing around with link table records?
Yes, quite a bit. For me, I use it because in pharma, most of the time when we have some work order, we need to take some sample. So I have one app that will manage work order, and then it will create sample that are linked to my work order. And one of the it's not a struggle, but I need to build a lot of app logic. Is for example, when I have two tables, one table of work order and one table of sample, and my work order can only be complete once each sample has been tested. So every time I need to I finish a test, I need to get back to my work order and increment, like to say just, okay, I finished to test one sample, so it's 33% and then 66, and then okay, it's done.
Nice.
This is a challenge. This is a challenge.
Yeah, you mind actually sharing your screen and showing how that works, or is it?
I don't know that.
Yeah. Okay. If it's too complicated, don't worry about it. But I'm always interested. Okay. Yeah. No problem.
Yes. If I finish, I will share with you. It's do I have it somewhere? No, I don't think so. It's still a test that I have been doing, but I don't have a running app that is doing it.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, no worries.
it's possible, but it's not that easy. It's not that
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I've played around a little bit with the linking table records, but I'm still not an expert on it. So I'm also there. I want to like see more use case, see more how people use it out in the field because it's.
And I remember I posted something on community filter embed table. Oh, I got a topic here. I can get it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, with the search, no?
Yes, it's about it's about filter. This. Okay, it's very specific. I'm sorry, Ovi.
No problem.
But it's when you link two table like this, and it was the same. It's a use. This one I have it on my laptop. I think I share it one time with you, Gio. And it just that I think it's a functionality that could be great in the future. I have it somewhere. Let me just find it. It will be clear for everyone. Dun, dun. Okay, yes, I remember. We cannot put a filter based on a linked record field.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. You want to see this here.
Yes. And because we cannot do it, I need to duplicate my column and make two of them
With the ID.
construct lane. I have it. So sorry, I'm opening my Tulip. Not this one. Where is that? Job and job number. Yes. If you want to see.
Yeah. You want to share?
I cannot share with.
Oh,
if you are
okay.
sharing. I think, Joe, you need to allow me to share.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I think you can share.
Yes, it's an example here where I have weldings.
Yeah.
I have a welding list, and okay, each job number they have several weldings. This is for it's a pipe a company. They are doing some pipings. This is a demo, and if I want to filter directly the welding that are related to one job here, in fact, I cannot select this, and I need to duplicate and create another column here.
Yeah, and then filter based on that column.
And filter based on that column.
Yeah.
To get this kind of embed table where I can then select my welding.
And filter, yeah.
My weld.
Okay, and yeah, did you ever do like, can you add multiple? If you go back to the other table real quick, can you add multiple jobs to that weld, or is it one-to-one?
It's one job, multiple welding.
Okay.
So in the I have the other one now. I think in the job list where you see it's multiple. It's multiple welding. So one job, but nice. multiple welds.
Okay, but here you don't have to you don't have to add the column here. You never have to filter based on the welds here.
No, I don't need, because the operator is scanning the work order. He's doing he's scanning the QR code with a work order, so it will extract this record here. Sorry, I need to put it down. You will scan a QR code to get the record.
Yeah.
Here, and after you want to select which welding he will do. So he's going to up this step,
Yeah.
and get the list to of welding to complete. And once it's complete, it's okay, it's complete. In here, it's the same thing that I was talking about. One thing that is still missing is when for the job to be complete, each weldings need to be done.
Oh yeah.
So I need to have I will add it a column. I don't know, like something about percentage, and then every time I will increment once I finish my my welding.
Yeah.
This is my welding. Sorry, my screen is a bit small, so I need to struggling a bit.
Yeah, no worries.
I have my welding,
Yeah.
and I will have a complete. Once it's complete, I will increment by 1. But it's really tough, because each job order, they can have different number of welding. It will be easier if it's fixed, or something like to declare how many welding to create some percentage. Okay, it's just app logic, huh?
Yeah.
Just some app logic. But it's something I'm meeting this kind of challenge in many app.
Yeah. You make a lot of use of persistent app variables. You know,
Persistent.
yeah, they don't clear.
Not that much. Not that much.
Sounds like here maybe a good one. You know, if it's always running from the same device, you just want to increment it. You want to complete and clear everything else, but you want to counter to keep going. You can simply have a variable that doesn't complete, that doesn't clear on completion.
Yes, it's good. It's a good point. In fact, I have some question around this. Huh?
Yeah.
So these, sometimes I'm not exactly sure when. So clear on completion. If I remove it, and my app is still open on the screen, okay, it will stay. And then if when does an app that is not clear on completion, when is it cleared?
Never.
Never.
Never. No. So you can do it via trigger. You know, you can just add a trigger that has an action to clear a variable. But if you remove that, if you unclick that button, it will never clear the variable. So it means that it's persistent. You know, like throughout every completion, it just keeps adding on or doing whatever data manipulation you're doing to that trigger.
I'm pretty sure I can find an example, and it will be clear. Are you sure? When even if I close my Tulip player and I'll reopen it?
If you close your Tulip,
it's a question that I wanted to ask for some time. It's I have an example. Timo Apache. I have an example maybe. Okay, I will have an example. Here I have a variable that is persistent, which is
there it is.
the equipment code.
Yeah.
Equipment code, and I'm pretty sure after some time it will. I don't know exactly when. Maybe when my Tulip player is closed or the app is cancelled.
No, if the app is canceled, it should do it. If the player is closed, I'm not sure off the top of my head. We can test it. But are you sure you don't have any triggers that goes and clears it out?
Oh, yes. Okay, I will just take a record. I have here, oh, it's me.
Hey, Patchy.
So this equipment code should be persistent. And so now I put it inside inside the system.
Yeah.
If I cancel the app, and then if I rerun it, aha, disappeared.
Where was it before?
Okay, I will put it here as well, maybe to be sure we can see it. What if I put the equipment code also on this tab?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it might be because you're clicking run. So here.
It's because I'm clicking run.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what clears it.
When I click like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But for a normal user, they should not.
Yeah, exactly. So try, yeah, look it up here. Start it again.
It's not the right one. I need to publish it because
Okay.
I can only see. Okay, no problem. Test. And now I should be able to see it. I have two apps with the same name. It's not a good idea. Why I don't see it here? Maybe after I lost. I even think I have a QR code.
Nice.
I have my QR code. So here I have my equipment code in the system. This button is a console button.
Okay.
It's when my user are lost. When I'm lost, I press it. I press it, and it's a cancel. It's just to cancel the app. So if I cancel and I run again, it should not be here.
Maybe I can show you here. I just put together something on my screen that I think would be pretty useful.
Okay.
Yeah. So essentially here, just a really simple app, and I added an input variable, an input text input, and displaying the variable here. So it's not persistent yet. Now the first thing I'm going to do is come in here and don't clear it on. Actually, you know what? Before let's do it with this. So then I come to the app here. I say, okay, 1, 2, 3, complete. Boom, it clears it. You see, every time it completes, it clears. If now I come in here and I change it and I say, okay, actually don't clear it on completion. Boom, it completes, but it stays the same.
It stays, yes.
Yeah, exactly. But then let me see if I restart the app. Okay, if you restart the app, it does clear it. If you restart and cancel, it clears it. But completion, which makes sense because that's what it says there. Don't clear on completion, but it will clear on cancel or if you click the run button that you were clicking.
Yes, it's interesting because I'm using it quite a bit. This cancel and the complete button. I'm using it both, and I can manage with the complete button. In fact, for me, I really see it like a picture, like a screenshot of my my data, of my variables that I want to keep in my completion table. And when I don't want this screenshot and I just want the user to leave, I cancel the app.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's working. I have some use case where it's important to get this persistent and to also be able to delete it. But maybe okay, it's a good point. To be careful. If you only have one app that is completing without cancellation, or maybe you need to clear data
yeah.
before completing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can always also save it to a table if you know you need to cancel it. You can save it to a table and then reload it up.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, Obi, are you familiar with that you can zoom in and out on apps like this?
Yeah, I actually saw one of your previous recordings.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to share.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I know it now.
Yeah.
Very good. And I saw that. What is this? I don't know his name, but he was very happy. The one that's with us.
Oh
now.
yeah, it was.
I think it was him.
I can't remember.
It was the factory talk guy.
Oh, it was me. I think it was
Yeah,
me.
I think you got very happy when you discovered it.
Oh, it's me.
But
I need to cut my hair.
But I need to leave now. But this was very interesting. So
that's great to hear. Do you have any specific questions that we didn't cover?
No, I was not very prepared for this. So
No, okay. No worries. Well,
so I will pile up something for next time.
Yeah, perfect. If you have questions, share them ahead of time or bring them to the session. That'd be great.
Okay.
Okay. Have a great weekend.
Yeah. Thank you. Same to you.
Thanks. Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
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 Good. Did you have other questions, Patchy, that you wanted to cover?
Not really. Not really. I'm trying to think what I did since last week. I have a recurrent topic about signature. I think we already talked several times about it. At the point I am with Tulip, when I build some workflow that needs several signature, what I'm doing right now is I create some signature app that are built only for people to sign.
Okay.
I don't really know what to show you. I don't really know what to show you. I tried something with no name of customer, something clean. Yes, I can show you that. I can show you that. Should be okay. Oops, not this. Okay. We can look at for example this. Okay, this is not useful. And you will see it's very linked to something we talked about. When I have some big workflow like this one, where people have some kind of checklist, some paper that they used to do in they used to do it on a paper, and they want to digitalize their workflow. They have this kind of checklist or anything where they complete several information, and at the end they sign by one person. Oh, you need this. In fact, you need all. Okay. Let's see all. All is important. But after one guy sign, if we have 3 people that need to sign the workflow, it's a bit of there are some challenge with Tulip, because with Tulip is great when you have one app, you start, you finish, you complete, and it's done. But in this kind of situation, these 3 people, a supervisor, an area manager, and someone from HAC, they will sign at 3 different moments in the time. And to do so, the app need to be non-continuous. So it's an example, but I have many use cases like this one. So where someone will start a checklist, some sheet, and some sheet. Yes, a sheet. Then they will sign one time, but someone else will need to sign again, and maybe 1 hour later, or maybe in another building, because these 3 guys, they are in very different area. And to do so, I keep all the information not in a completion table, but in a table. I need to do it because I will need to extract it for someone to review and then sign again. And okay, I'm linking to my comment on Tulip signature. It's that at the moment, as how I collect this signature here and put it in a table. I keep the login user and the time when he completes the app, the current date and time, and I keep it as a signature in my table.
Oh.
Because I cannot. I have. It's good to have the signature in the completion table for audit trail in pharma. It's important.
Yeah, especially now with the digital history record.
Yes. But to have this kind of even, okay, for example, if these 2 guys, they want to sign at the same time for I don't know any reason, we can have, okay, I have one use case where we have in for example, sorry, a line clearance in the packaging area in pharma, when they clear the line at the end of the batch, when we have a operator 1, operator 2. So maybe operator 2. Maybe maybe the operator 1 is the one who did all the clearing. He is the login user. So this one is a login user, so it will be easy to capture his signature. But the second one will be someone to connect, and he will sign, but he's not the login user. And this I'm struggling to capture in a table this information.
You have a table set up there?
Table. Sorry, what do you want to see?
No, if you already have this app built out, so you can see the tables.
Okay, I will stop sharing a bit to see for this one. Let's wait a bit. I will dig.
Yeah.
And okay, and a good reason why I'm digging is because my tables, it's difficult to sort in Tulip. No, I have only. Why only one?
I mean, if it's too complicated, don't worry about it.
Yes, I don't. I just have the table with login user and well, it's just 2 fields. One field is a user, and the other one is a date.
Okay, yeah, simple enough.
Okay, I'll put my face back. You're not alone. So,
Yeah. 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 And I don't quite understand. So the problem with the workflow is.
it's okay. I don't know exactly the solution for that, but it will be something about saving signature. I think in a table, it could be a format. We can see in a completion table when we sign, we have the user with the date of the signature, and it's good. Or I also check the signature date is different from the completion date, and it's really the signature date. So it's important.
Yeah.
But after it's difficult to capture. It's difficult to capture, yes, the information of someone that will sign without being logged in.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
The second person to sign.
Yeah. Okay. And is there a reason why you can't, through a trigger, sign the person out and then let the person who needs to sign in?
They could log out and log in again.
Yeah.
Yes. In fact, it's something, but and it's linked to our first topic of persistent log in, log out. It will keep data.
No.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
You see, we link
Yeah.
the topic.
Yeah. I mean, you could store it in a table. Then when the person logs back in, load the record.
It's what I am doing more and more, and the challenge in that case is to find the ID, because all the time my ID
Random.
it's random string. So one of my workaround is to use some QR code, and for example, when they start their checklist, okay, I have at the end a printing step, and they print it, and after they have the QR code on the checklist, so they can log in directly. Or I am still thinking, because I have several use cases like this of kind of checklist to digitalize, and they want some mini signature.
Yeah. And just let me see, because if you sorry, I just want to see something quickly. If when you try to go to get a signature from someone who's not signed in,
You want to check an app with a double signature?
yeah, exactly. So here I can put together something very quickly. Okay, so I added a signature here where only a specific user can go in and sign.
Mm-hmm.
So now, see, we just restart. And so the problem with doing that is that you can't dynamically select who can sign it.
We could do it like this, huh? Yes, to before signing, put the step to identify yourself.
Yeah.
I'm okay. To be very honest, I'm losing the use of this signature form. If I am I feel sometimes like I'm rebuilding it.
Yeah, but so it's sorry, it's I'm not understanding it right away, but it's essentially the issue that you're seeing is that this list you can't dynamically populate. Like you need to come in here and predefine the group of the specific users.
No. For this, I have a solution. No, for me, it really to capture in a table who will sign who is signing the app.
Okay. So here, oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. So now I'm remembering from last week. So here you can't access. You can't say store.
By signet by yes, people who is signing. And I guess the data is somewhere because in the completion table we can see it.
Yeah. How many users are we talking about? I mean, is it hundreds or is it a manageable number?
It's manageable. It should be.
Okay. So okay, and that's why you were mentioning the idea that the user identifies themselves before signing.
Yes, it's possible. It's weird. It's
Hmm.
it's weird. Like if we ask them to identify themselves and after they identify themselves again by signing.
Yeah, I mean it's it's I mean it's not that weird, you know. It's like the first one is the identification, and the next one is actually the signature.
It's possible. Huh?
Yeah,
It's possible. I think it's the right way. It's the right way.
I mean
Mm.
I think it's also if you don't mind, like posting in community as a feature request of this, you know, concept to store to be able to access whoever signed in a table record is in the signature step is important.
Mhm. But yeah, so far you're right. Huh? I think before a signature step, we should have a step of identification and then some kind of app logic to be sure that the one who is identifying is the same one that is signing.
Yeah, and I mean if they have badges, I don't know if people in the
With
facility.
badges.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
quick. Like, go boom, and I mean it makes sense. You know, you sign in, and then it's kind of like if you go to some buildings when they have codes. You know, you tap your badge and then put in your code, and then you're in.
mm, yes. The badge access is a good idea as well. Except this, no, I have no special topic. Huh?
Yeah. Okay. Have you still been building a lot with Tulip these past couple of weeks?
Yes. So yes, a lot of workflow, which is
Yeah.
not, not that easy. And what we build, some cleaning apps, but nothing unusual, nothing out of ordinary. So yes, I have nothing weird to share with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. By the way, one thing I will mention is that we'll be hosting an app competition later this month or early next month. So for the ability to win something. So I think you have lots of good apps that, you know, some of the ones that you've removed all the logos for and everything you can share. We're going to be hosting a competition to win some Tulip branded swag. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out in community.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect. Yeah, that's it. If no more questions, we can meet next week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me too, it's enough.
Yeah. And you want to post the accessing the signature in a step, or do you want me to do it? Either way works.
I can do it. It will be my thousand of Apache.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. I think because it's important.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Okay. See you
All
next
right.
video.
See you next week. Have a great weekend,
Thank you.
Pachi.
Bye bye.
Bye.